league match between Wicklow and Down. Down on the back of a very good victory against Carlow last week. Wicklow on the back of a defeat at home to Mead. The teams are just warming up here. We'll give you a quick run through the teams before we start. There's a good few changes on the Wicklow side, so we'll just get you rocking and rolling at that. In goal is Conor McNally, 2 Davy Maloney, 3 Mick Mangan, and 4 is Martin O'Brien. Number 25 Mark Murphy is in at wing back with John Henderson, the captain, at centre back, and number 7 is Peter Keane. Uh, 22 is Sean Cranley, and Danny Staunton, where number 10 are in the middle of the field. 23 Eamon Cairns is back at wing forward for Wicklow with 21 Gavin Weir at centre half forward, and number 17 Pádraig Doran at wing forward. Owen McCormack, Andy O'Brien, and number 26 Mikey Lee make up the full forward line. The down team is Stephen Keith in goal, and captain Michael Hughes, Quaylen Taggart and Conor Cassidy are the full back line, with Matt Conlon, Connor Woods, and number 20 Liam Savage coming in at wing back there for Barry Traynor. Donald Hughes and Chris Egan make up the middle of the field, with Ronan Costello, Paul Sheen, and number 17 Pierce Og McCrickard replacing Tim Prenter from the team sheet. Number 26 Dahi Sands starts instead of Oisin McManus, with Owen Sands and Jordan Dorn making up a dangerous looking full forward line there. I am joined today here by Wicklow legend, I suppose you'd have to say, Casey O'Brien, dual player. He's been current manager of Wicklow Town Footballers, but was manager of the Wicklow Hurlers for years with great success. Thankfully, Casey, the weather has picked up a bit. There's a nice breeze down into the town goal, but the rain seems to have gone away.
Yeah, the pitch is looking very well, Emmett. There's a strong breeze, and the normal breeze going down into the Ockram to town goal. But the pitch looks great, and it's interesting to look at the Wicklow team. The good few changes. You have the half forward line. Looks like they've kind of put ball winners in there with Eamon Cairns, Gavin Weir, and Pádraig Dorn. So that could be interesting, and it'll be interesting to see who goes in centre forward. Maybe on Connor Woods as centre back for Down, and he's the type of player you want to keep him occupied.
Yeah, look, he's a very good centre back. He's been with Down for years there, I suppose. As I said earlier, like Down on the back of a huge victory for them. I think one of the statements of the day already from you there earlier was like the All Blacks had struggled to win in Ballycran, let alone a 600-kilometre round trip from Carlow to get there. So, look, it's a difficult place to go. At the start of this league, I suppose Wicklow with Down and Mead at home would have been eyeing up getting points somewhere out of these two games, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it was a bonus for Down winning last week. People thought it was a surprise, but I didn't see it as a surprise. They're very hard beaten in Ballycran. Down have put themselves, after beating Carlow now, to put themselves in with a chance of promotion. They're coming down here. Probably people have been thinking it was a relegation game with Down and Wicklow, but Down were very unlucky down in Kerry also. Like they conceded 3 quick goals. They were 5 points up at one stage, and they conceded 3 quick goals. And I don't think the scoreline done them justice down there. So they look lively enough out there now to be fair to Down now today.
Yeah, and I suppose to be fair, they beat Hoffaly last year as well. So like these shocks keep coming with them. So they must be doing something right up there. Yeah. I think as we get ready just for our Ron and Bean here at the minute, the teams are just going into their huddles. Our referee today is Chris Mooney from Dublin. He has James Owens and Brian O'Leary from Wexford on the sideline, and the man doing the fourth official is Killian Jones from Kildare. So we wish them the best of luck as well. As I said, both teams are just lining up in their huddles here, just getting ready for Ron and Bean. Igor Aaron Levine. Please stand for a national anthem. Aaron Levine. So there we have it. Oran Naveen looks to be out of the way. Wicklow look like they're going to defend the town goal. We're back after last week. I know we were in the stand. We're back in the press box here on our normal side of the field. So Wicklow will defend the town goal in this first half. They'll be playing. It looks like the breeze is kind of swirling around a bit now. They will be playing into the teeth of that breeze in this first half, with Down defending the Herbst end, as we like to call it here. We're just about ready to rock and roll here. It's not actually Downer defending the town goal. Now the Wicklow goalie is making the long trek. We've got our wires crossed a bit there, but we're just about ready to go now when he gets up. Referee Chris Mooney just putting players back outside the 65 here. Doesn't seem to be many positional switches. We had a lot of changes. The ball is in, and it's Chris Egan from Ballycran picks up the ball in the middle of the field. He's tackled by Peter Keane. Egan, well done, well blocked down there by Peter Keane. Ball breaks out. It's Gavin Weir's on it. First goes to ground. Ball is flicked out. Peter Keane goes from his hurling. It's the down man picks up the ball. He's on the rampage here. It's dangerous looking ball in, but there's a good hurl in there from Mark Murphy. Ball. There's broken play. A number of players around it. Just under 21 down there. Breaks out to a down player who's waiting for it. It's a loose looking hand pass to the top of the D. Warwick Thornton gets back, gets his hurl to it. Ball breaks into the D, and it's John Henderson. Henderson picks up the ball, fires it out as far as Martin O'Brien. O'Brien goes down the field and finds Eamon Cairns. Cairns inside his own 65, doesn't get up at the first attempt again. Big physical battle there between himself and the down wing back, but breaks to a down man. It's broken play underneath the stand between the 45 and 65, but a loose ball comes back out here as far as Paul Sheehan. Sheehan strikes the ball high and strikes it over the bar. It's first blood to Down here in Ockram. A good score again. Wicklow a couple of chances to clear their lines there, Casey, and just not getting that ball out quick enough.
Yeah, we had a couple of chances there in the half back line, and we tried to play it short out 2 or 3 times, and we got overturned. And here we go again with another short
poke out again. Wicklow in all sorts of trouble here. John Henderson just about does enough to lift the siege, so gets the ball out as far as Martin O'Brien. O'Brien gets out as far as the 45. He's blocked down. Ball goes out over the line, and I just wonder sometimes about this short game. You have to be really on top of things to play that short game out of backs.
Yeah, well, especially we're playing with the wind too, and we have a decent forward line down there. Sometimes you just have to get it down there and let them win their own ball.
Ball has gone short to Davy Maloney. Maloney though takes too many steps according to Chris Mooney, the referee, and it'll be a free in to Down here, about 53 or 4 yards out. Against the wind, but the way Paul Sheehan struck that first one out of his hand, you'd figure that this should be no problem to him distance wise. He's about, I suppose, 57 or 8 yards out is where James Owens is telling him to take it from. He's about 10 or 12 yards in from the sideline here on the stand side. Wicklow are maybe just that little bit slower. I think we kind of alluded to it in the warm-up. They didn't look to be as sharp as Down in the warm-up, Casey. Down were flying, they were moving all, and Wicklow just looked a little bit sluggish in the warm-up, and that's the way the game has started.
It started that way anyway. There a lot of intensity with Down in the warm-up. There didn't seem to be that with Wicklow, but it's carried on now onto the start of the match anyway.
Conor McNally goes long down the field, down on top of Eamon Cairns over on the stand side, gets his hurl to it. It goes off his hurl though, and it'll be a line ball to Down. It's 2 points to no score here. We have about 2 minutes and 40 seconds gone here in Ockram. Down just taking their time now to get someone to take this against the wind. The number 15 Jordan Doran is a long way down the field there. They're playing with a 2-man full forward line. They've brought out the midfielder against the wind. Davy Maloney seems to be sitting back just on the 45 here. So Wicklow done this against Meath last week, and it didn't really. Pádraig Keneally went to town on us in the first half. When he was left free, Doran takes a good ball, but it's only far as his man Maloney. Maloney gets down low, picks it up, does well to take the ball, gets as far as Danny Staunton. Staunton looks up, a good long ball down in front of the dressing room, high ball on top of Andy, but the full-back, Caelan Taggart, is alert to that, gets his hurl to it, gets it to it the second time, dives and prods the ball away behind as far as Eamon Cairns. Cairns charges down the middle, has a look at the post, gets the ball high and fires it over the bar for the first score of the game. A good score there from Eamon Cairns, but again it was from a direct ball in, Casey, causing a bit of trouble.
Exactly, the high ball into Andy, and it broke down, and Gavin Weir got a hurl to it as well, come back out to Eamon, and a good score by Eamon, settle him down.
Donald Hughes gets the ball from the poke out, fires it across as far as Pearse McCricker. McCricker takes on Peter Keane. Keane does really well, knocks the ball off his hurl, but unfortunately knocks it out over the line at the far side, and Down just again looking to slow things down. A down player down here. I think he's just stretching though. He is. So first score from play for Wicklow there after about 3.5 minutes from Eamon Cairns. It's 2-1 here, down lead. Line ball will be about 40 yards out, drilled low across in front of the goal, but it's only as far as the number 22, who is Mark Murphy. Murphy fires the ball down the field, was blocked down and goes only as far as the down man. Again down, have a man in space out on the far side there, but again Peter Keane gets his hurl in, just does enough. Look like a pick off the ground. It is a pick off the ground. Peter Keane seems to be injured there, and Wicklow need to lift the siege a little bit here. They're probably just lucky to get away without a score off that one, taking their time just to get into the game here, this Wicklow team. So Peter Keane down injured. We'll be hoping that won't be too serious. Receiving treatment there, Peter Keane now. We say we're just about 5 minutes in here, 2-1. Wicklow, don't forget, have the aid of a very good breeze here, so they'll be looking to make that count in this first half. Danny Staunton gone back to take this one. Sizes it up and drills the ball crossfield, good ball into space, but there's 3 down men there in front of it. Read it really well. Coming out in front with that ball is the down man, Liam Savage. He left it behind him though, and Wicklow pick it up. It's Gavin Weir, look for the foul, didn't get play on, says the referee. Savage is fouled though. He goes down, to high hurl in from Pádraig Dornan and Liam Savage, and a free out. And again, even that ball come from Danny, we were just slow to react, Casey.
Yeah, but crossfield ball, and it went in over Pádraig Dornan, but McCormack and the other guys inside the full forward line were way behind their man.
Connor Woods takes the free, drills it down underneath in the press box here. It's 45 yards out. There's 2 Wicklow men there. One of them is Mick Mangan, the other is Mark Murphy. Between the two of them, they try to rise the ball, but down men come in numbers. Owen Sands is there. Eventually it's flicked out. Paul Sheehan gets a hurl on it. Ronan Costello is there. Mick Mangan does his best, seems to come off the boot of a down man right underneath the dugout there, and it's a line ball to Wicklow after a scrappy bit of play, but Wicklow will be happy enough to be sending the ball in the right direction here. It's Davy Maloney, he'll hit this one. Goes short, goes backwards as far as his clubmate, who is John Henderson. Henderson steps around the tackle, gives the ball to Martin O'Brien. O'Brien now, the top of the D, fires the ball out as far as Peter Keane. Keane opts to take a touch on the hurl, does take a touch and gives the ball back as far as Martin O'Brien. It gets to Danny Staunton, who tries to flick it to Martin O'Brien. Wicklow just trying to be too cute with the ball here now, and they're probably going to pay for it as down go ahead for the goal. It's Liam Ogmer-Crickard, steps inside his man, steps back outside, surely an over carry there, was it? Notices the referee, and he fires the ball high and fires it over the bar. But again, it's a problem of Wicklow's own making, Casey.
Yeah, that's 2 scores we've given away with short passing when we've had time to clear our lines. If you're going to play it short, it has to be on, and you have to make sure that you get it to the right guy.
3 points to down, 1 point to Wicklow. We've 7.5 minutes gone here in Ockram. Conor McNally goes huge, goes long down on top of Eamon Cairns. Mikey Lee is down there as well. Ball breaks in behind and it's swept up by the loose man is Jordan Dorn. He's come all the way out from his corner forward berth to play a third midfielder. He does well, gets the ball. It's good play from down here as they try to move it around the backs and get back to Dorn, and he goes long down the field. A huge clearance down on top of the Wicklow 45. Again, there's bodies underneath. Martin O'Brien gets a hurl in there, but it's picked up by the midfielder Donald Hughes. He charges forward, gets the ball knocked off his hurl, and it's a line ball again to down here. We've had a lot of line balls in this one early doors, but it seems to be down, putting all the pressure on this Wicklow team at the minute. Chance for down to test this Wicklow full back line again. This ball will be sent in around the danger area. Great cut, goes high, but looks like it's going to the left of the post as we look at it wide, and it is gone wide, and a let off for Wicklow there. Wicklow look to set up quick. Conor McNally wants to take his puck. A lot of Wicklow lads running with their back to that one for a minute there, but McNally again goes long down on top of Eamon Cairns. Huge puck again out of the hand of Cairns, and again it falls back to this number 15 Jordan Dorn, who's sweeping everything up, very alert to it. I think it's a sideline ball to down again, is it? Or it's to Wicklow. He's giving it to Wicklow, but I think we need to be a bit more alert in there as well, and probably cover that covering man. You know what I mean? Someone needs to come out. Some of our full forward line needs to come out and probably cover Jordan Doran there. He's sweeping up a low ball. We're telegraphing the ball down on top of Eamon Cairns, and it's just not sticking there at the minute. It's Danny Staunton takes this one. Great cut from Staunton. Huge cut from Staunton. High and out. Oh, brilliant from Danny Staunton. That's a wonderful score there from Staunton. All of 50 yards out on the sideline on the stand side, and he's cut the ball straight over the bar. It's 2 points to Wicklow, 3 points to Down. An inspirational score from the Glenealy man there. Puckow is taken quick out as far as Pierce Oak McCrickard. McCrickard twists and turns and has a look, tries to look for the loose man. Well blocked down by Davy Maloney. Ball falls into the hand of Mikey Lee. Lee fires one high and fires one over the bar, and Wicklow, two in the matter of a minute now, with just 10 minutes gone here. It's level pegging, and how a game can turn so quick, Casey.
Yeah, great score by Mikey, but great block by David Maloney as well. Wicklow have the forwards here. If we can get it into them, we can trouble these guys.
Well, they went short again. They're trying to work it out. Pierce Oak McCrickard gets the ball out as far as Donald Hughes. Wicklow thought it was a throw. He think he just done enough to get away with it. He did. The referee thinks so anyway. Ball is out as far as Chris Egan here, the number 9 from Ballycran. Fires one off his left hand side, but it dragged it all the way across the goal, and it's gone to the right and wide. And those two scores from Wicklow seem to rattle down a little bit. They didn't look as comfortable on that ball from that puck out.
No, look, as you can see, they're fairly skillful hurlers. But I think if you can get in around them and hassle them and harass them, don't let them do what they want to do, you know.
Wicklow goes short again. Very good. Mangan to John Henderson, out to Peter Keane. Keane carries the ball forward. Big ball in on top of Andy. The fullback, Kellen Taggart, looked to be all over Andy, but Andy goes to ground, gets no free, and it's the umpire seems to have his hand up. Is he given a 65? The umpire's given a 65, so Wicklow have got something out of this one, and this could be a huge turnaround in a matter of minutes here. Wicklow were very sluggish early on, but they've sprung to life here. A great sideline cut from Danny Stan. Huge score from Mikey Lee, and now Andy O'Brien has a chance to put Wicklow in front here with his 65. He's brought out in typical Andy fashion. Everyone else tries to go a yard inside. Andy goes a yard outside. He's about 3 or 4 yards to the right hand side of the town goal post. He has a look, sets himself up, drills this one high and drills it through and drills it straight over the bar. Wicklow lead here in Ockram for the first time. It's 11 minutes and 40 seconds gone. Wicklow 4 points down, 3 points. Down taking the puck out too quick. Stephen Keith, their captain, trying to be a little bit too cute about it as Wicklow try to split the men inside and make them go long, and he does go long and hangs up in the wind. It's dropping to the middle of the field. A huge ball. Davy Maloney's underneath. Maloney does well, gets the ball, takes his hurl pulled from his hand, and Wicklow have sprung to life here. It's a chance now for Andy to maybe stretch the lead here with the wind in his back, but there's a bit about this Davy Maloney. He's probably being played out of position from where we've seen him with his club, but like there's great go in him. He's all action, isn't he?
Yeah, there's a little bit of cut about him there, and he seems to have followed these. He's gone out following his guy that's gone out there, and he's won a couple of great blockdowns and a few great interceptions. I think he's the type of lad that could hurl anywhere in it.
Yeah, he's doing really well at the minute for Wicklow there out around the middle of the field now. Andy hits this one. This one looks to be going... Oh, it's gone high and it's gone over the bar as well. I thought for a minute it was pulling to the right hand side of the post, but who am I to question Andy on a long free? It's 5 points to Wicklow, 3 points to Down here. Stephen Keith sets up to have a look at this one. Keith drills the ball long again. He goes to the far side of the field down underneath the stand. Eamon Cairns is under this one. Ball breaks off his hand out as far as the number 10, who is Ronan Costello. Costello now, they seem to be swapping sides in there. There's Pierce Oak McCrickard is inside with Martin O'Brien. Tries to go along the end line. O'Brien tries to stop him. He's underneath the scoreboard. Fires the ball across. Oh, McMangan flaps ahead a little bit, but brilliant play by McNally to come out and get his body across that one. Real danger there, and the full forward Owen Sands, I'd say, is wondering probably how he missed it now.
Yeah, Martin O'Brien tried to hold up his man, but he got around him and the ball across, and Mangan totally misjudged it. And I think by Mangan misjudging it and flapping at it, it kind of put the down man off. And good save by Conor McNally.
Yeah, he was out really quick, to be fair to Conor McNally. He came out really quick on him and he got his body across it. It's a 65 to Down. Paul Sheen will take this one. A bit of a lay off for Wicklow there. A lot of shouting going on from both sidelines about lads picking up men and the likes, but as Paul Sheehan, I'd say we won't have to worry about anyone being picked up here. He's been fairly accurate up till now. Drills this one high and straight and true, and it's over the bar, and it's a 1 point game here in Ockram now as we speak. We have just over 14 minutes gone. Wicklow lead 5 points to 4 here. Short again to John Henderson. Henderson at the top of the D goes out as far as Mick Mangan. Mangan picks it up. Lovely touch. Gets the ball in as far as Sean Cranley. Cranley drills the ball down to Mikey Lee. Lee is out in front, but ball just a little bit too high for him. He tries to get it at the second and third attempt. Looked like he was being pulled back. He was being pulled back, and he wins a free there. And another chance for Wicklow now. Probably a soft free, really, Casey, was it? Didn't look to be any major there.
Mikey kind of lost control of the ball, or maybe the referee said something that we didn't, Emmett.
We'll take it, like, we won't give out about it. It's 5 points to 4. Andy has this one. He's right out on the 45-yard line, right at the flag. He's about a yard in from the stand side. James Owens making him bring it forward a yard there. It's a chance for Andy, but our forwards are fairly confident, Andy, and there's none of them inside. They're all out. There's none of them inside of 45 yards here. They're all fairly confident that Andy will lash this one with distance. He hits it high. The umpire, he's gone to the left of the post and wide. Unfortunately, a chance for Wicklow, a chance gone. It's taken quickly to poke out, and again the referee is not happy with this one. Stephen Keepe went short to Caelan Taggart there, but the referee has brought him back. That's twice he's brought them back now. There's a little bit of frustration there on Down's behalf that they're not being let. I'd say it's one in Ballycran we're probably getting away with. High ball down the field, drops right down underneath in the press box here. Big catch there from Chris Egan. Egan turns and charges forward the ball. He's dragged back. He probably wouldn't be over happy with getting that free. He was gone there, Casey, wasn't he?
He was gone, yeah, but sure, with this disadvantage rule or not advantage rule, I think the referees don't know what to do, so yeah. I think he wanted to give him the free then.
Yeah, he was galloping away there. He had broke the tackle, and it was a brilliant catch though from the big number 9, and Paul Sheehan will have a chance here to level things up. Sheehan is about 60 yards out with this one. He's about 7 or 8 yards in from the sideline. Right underneath us here. Again, shooting into the herb stand here. Wind in his face. He's been very accurate up till now. He's still very accurate. That's a brilliant strike of the ball. It's high and it's straight over the bar, and it's level here now. 5 points all. Just 17 minutes gone. We'll be coming up to the water break very, very shortly here. Conor McNally has a long look at this one, drills it down pretty much central down the field, just to this, barely this. Great catch in there by Pádraig Doran. Hand passes the ball out as far as Andy O'Brien. O'Brien twists and turns and has a look at the post. It's a high looping ball in. It's dangerous. Stephen Key is underneath. He shepherds it out over the line, but it probably promised a little bit more, that attack. But now we have the water break coming to us here, and 5 points all. I suppose the way Wicklow started in the first few minutes of that, you'd be happy enough going in 5 points all, Casey.
Yeah, I'd say to take that, like, we looked sluggish early on. It was a great catch there by Pádraig Doran, and I think Andy be a little bit disappointed he didn't put that over the bar, but they're getting more room. Wicklow seem to be getting more room. Down were pressing against us early on, pushing up on us with poke outs, but and we got turned over a couple of times with the short passing, but we're finding our men there. We seem to have a little bit more room out around the middle of the field, where they're down or dropping, seem to be dropping back into their half back line, you know. So, but it's a lot more promising. I don't know if the wind is as big a factor as we might think, you know.
It's just to look at the tricolour here. I suppose it looks like it's a serious wind here at the minute, but the way the game is playing and panning out, the team seem to be running the ball and trying to, Wicklow hit. It's more long passes than just long ball. Like, it's a good type of low ball into a forward. It's hard to know whether the wind had overly affected that much.
Yes.
So Downer on the button here, ready to come back out. Wicklow just saying the last few words. Eamon Scallon getting his last few messages across. Owen Larkin speaking down there. Owen now a part of the backroom team there, which is a huge addition for Wicklow to bring in the likes of Owen Larkin there. Casey?
Great to have a man like that. His knowledge and a lot of All-Irelands under his belt there with Kilkenny. And
So again, we have Stephen Keith, the captain, ready to take the puck out. Wicklow are pressing up on their puck out. They've given them a few problems by pressing and forcing them to puck that ball into the wind. It's drilled to the middle of the field. High ball, Danny Stan just to tangle the legs there with the midfielder. You could kind of see that coming, but someone has said something a little bit silly there, and it's been moved up into Paul Sheehan territory. We can't afford to be doing that with a free taker of this lad's calibre. 65 yards out, 66 yards out now. He's taking a step back, so again it's about 7 or 8 yards in from the sideline here. If the last strike was anything to go by, it's well within this fella's range. Drills this one again high and looks to be going straight over the bar. It's gone straight over the bar. A huge score there from Sheen against the wind, and it's 6 points to down, 5 to Wicklow. We've 20 minutes gone now. That's including the water break. A long puck out again down the field. Danny needs to go to this one. It's intercepted though, and again it's a tangle up. It's just didn't quite react quick enough, Danny, there, and got tangled in the player's legs then as he touched it away from him, and it's another free in. And it's just what Wicklow probably didn't want, two frees like this straight after the break.
Straight after the break, yeah. And this guy, I think, has the radar on today. I don't think he's going to miss a whole lot, this Paul Sheehan.
No, he's been very good there. In they're, as you said, they're radar, like they're straight over the black spot every time, so, or the blue spot, as it is in Ockram here. Paul Sheehan sizes this one up. He's about 55 yards out here. Pretty central. Again, drills it. Oh, it's just we put the blink on him, Case. I think
we put the markers on him that time, all right, haven't it?
It's gone to the right and it's gone wide, and it's a let off for Wicklow there. Wicklow need to settle down again. A point down here against this down team. A long, huge puck from Conor McNally right to the top of the D. There's a forest of players underneath. Oh, McCormick, brilliant take by McCormick. Shot by McCormick. Oh, wonderful save by Stephen Keith. Gone out for a 65, but a real chance there for Wicklow, but it was made by the touch from McCormick. A wonderful take on the run there, and Stephen Keith done well to keep it out, didn't he?
Yeah, very good save. A good manufactured by McCormick. And good strike. I wonder, could he went on another little bit? I don't know. It was a good save though.
Yeah, he probably took his shot early, if it's the only thing you could say about him, but it was a wonderful touch to take the ball into his hand. And again, Keith made a wonderful save. By all reports, he made a wonderful save in the dying embers of the game against Carlow as well, when they were 2 points up. And he's earning his corn again today, is Stephen Keith. Andy has this 65 now. As I said, he's just to the right of the post, sets himself, drills this one high. Stephen Keith is looking at it. Umpire's happy. It's gone high and it's gone over the bar. We're level again in Ockram here. 22 minutes gone. 6 points apiece here. Short puck out taken to the corner back. Michael Hughes looked to take a lot of steps, but he's turned over by Pádraig Doran. Brilliant play there. Gavin Weir's on it. It comes out as far as Pierce McCrickard. He fires the ball off as far as his corner back, or his full back, Kellen Taggart. Taggart only fires the ball up the line to Mark Murphy. Murphy twists and turns. He's in a little bit of bother here. He needs a bit of help. He doesn't get it in time though. Paul Sheehan, brilliant pick up by Sheehan. Fires the ball out to Owen Sands. Sands has been relatively quiet up to now, but he goes around Martin O'Brien. Wins his free. He was gone again. I think Wicklow again are lucky there. It looked like there could have been a goal chance developing, but Owen Sands gets around his man. Again, it's a ball. Wicklow were in possession of Casey and lost the ball there in their own half back line.
Yeah, we got turned over very, but I agree with him. They kind of, Sands had created the overlap there, and they could have been in for a goal. It's a free. I'd gladly give away and take there now, to be honest.
Yes, the old cliche one for the team, but it's a good free to give away. It's 6 points apiece here. A chance for Paul Sheehan to push down a point in front here again. Sheehan stands over this one, right on the 21, drills it high, drills it over the bar, down lead again. It's a bit of a seesaw of a game here now. Wicklow just off the back of that goal chance. We look to be going long again, are we? We are. We're gone to the far side underneath the stand though. I had a chance to another one down on top of the D, to be honest with you. Ball breaks, there's lots of down men there, and they gather it up, swallow it up, and it's out as far as Connor Woods. Woods clears the long ball down in front of Owen Sands. Mick Mangan gets there first, but he misses the boat, missed the ball, and it falls inside to Pierce McCrickard. McCrickard takes out a chance here for down shot. Oh, again Conor McNally. Referee, that's Keeper comes out, makes a brilliant save, and the referee gives a free in, and that's one now. I might have my Wicklow hat on here, but that's not. I don't think that's a free.
No, I didn't see that either, Emmett. Your man went through very easily, but Conor McNally was out quick and a great save, and I don't know what the free was for now, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to be down there to see what he actually gave the free, because if it's a foul there, it's your black card or your sin bin, and because it's a goal chance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he only done what a goalie should do. To be fair to him, it was Dahi Sands actually had that chance. I said McCricker got through, but it was Dahi Sands with the chance, and I think Conor McNally is now given he's actually going to do something here. The referee, is he? Yellow card. He said he came out with the knee. Well, if a lad was coming in on me, would throwing up a hurling ball to bayhead at me, I'd put my knee up too, wouldn't you? Huh? No, but worse up.
Knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah. Like Paul Sheen has this free straight in front of the goal. It was a goal chance again. Conor McNally has saved Wicklow. That's the second occasion now in this first half. To be fair to him, Sheen drives it high and drives it over the bar. Didn't think it was a free myself, but they've got it. It's on the scoreboard, and it's 8 points to 6 with 25 and a half minutes gone here. McNally goes long again down under the stand side. A huge puck down on top of Eamon Cairns was too tight to the sideline for my liking. Even if he wins that, it's going to be hard to do anything with it. And you know, we've put one ball down on top of the D and got a goal chance out of it here. I'd like to be trying one with the wind in me back here.
Or maybe even try and move Eamon into centre forward and drop a few down on him, you know.
That's it. We've a line ball taken his half hit there by the down and breaks back, and Eamon Cairns picks it up, takes 2 tackles and wins a free there. I think that could possibly be a free for the in return for the last one maybe. But Eamon just taking a bit of a breather there. He's back up now. A chance for Andy here to bring Wicklow back within a point. We could do with this. He's about 60 yards out here, about 3 or 4 yards in from the sideline. Again, as we said, Breeze in his back here. He lines it up in his usual fashion. Drills this one high. Doesn't seem to be any doubt. All happy, and it's over the bar, and Andy O'Brien brings Wicklow back within a point here. Stephen Keith again goes short out as far as Caelan Taggart. Taggart twists and turns, goes back as far as his goalie here. Good pressure again from Wicklow, but Keith goes huge puck down on top of the 65, hurl on it from Peter Keane, but it's only as far as Paul Sheen. Ball is back out to the wing back, who is Matt Conlon. Conlon fires a dangerous looking ball in on top of Mick Mangan. No one stands, there's a hurl on it there. Pádraig Doran comes and tries to come out with it again. The down man reacts first, but numbers back there from Wicklow to try to pick it up. Mark Murphy's there, but it's the corner forward, who is Jordan Doran, who's gone back in, twists and turns, does well, but over carries, the referee said. There's been a few of those. Wicklow have been looking for a few of those over carrying, and as you said, that's the first one he's blown there. Couple of decisions going Wicklow's way. Maybe he feels he aggrieved him a little bit there.
Yeah, up until now though, but generally speaking, it's he's given whoever has possession has the benefit of the doubt. Like, so it's a lot like that's the first one he's blown for over carrying. So I think the name of the game that really is with this referee is to win possession.
Yeah, if you're in possession, you're in control. Conor McNally on his own 21 lines this one up. Big puck from McNally again. This one goes to the top of the D. Huge numbers there. Batted away though by the down half back line. They done well enough get to their midfielder Chris Egan. Shudder and stopped there by Davy Maloney. Charging, says the referee. Well, fair play to Davy Maloney for putting himself in the line of that, but I think Downer a little bit hard done by on that one, to be fair.
Chris Egan's a big strong man, like
he is.
Like Davy Maloney met him, and Davy Maloney ended up on the ground, but I think it was harsh enough now on the down midfielder.
Yeah, he didn't go looking. You know, he was coming out. It was a clash of bodies. He was coming out. He didn't go looking for Maloney to run into, and he was, you know, to be fair, and it's 45 yards out. This one should level up proceedings. Hopefully now, if Andy can get his strike off here, lifts it, drills it high and over the bar, and we're level here in Ockram. It's 8 points all. We've 29 minutes gone here, including the water break. So We'll have 6 minutes, we've 7 or 8 minutes still to go to half time here. Again, it's a short puck out. Wicklow press up on it, but Down try to work it out. Ball is out into the hands of Connor Woods. Woods gets the ball, drills it upfield, in over the half back line, just lobs it in, but it's gone out over the sideline here. And Wicklow tend to have the measure of those short puck outs now. They're putting pressure on Down. Down are not getting great return for trying to work that ball out.
No. It's been fair decent in intensity. Like, you know, like it's what is it till half time? 5 minutes till half time. It's only 8 points apiece. Any score you get out there, it's any ball. It's all hard. It seems to be hard earned out there at the moment for both sets of teams. Like, you know. Yeah,
it is indeed. They're really going ahead. Andy seems to be carrying a bit of a knock here. He's holding his leg. That'd be bad news for Wicklow. Physio looks to be saying he's in trouble. He's down. Looks to be a blow coming for Wicklow here. The flip side of that is we do have a few lads on the line there. Christy Morehouse, Mikey Boland and these lads. Andy seems to be going to try and carry on that leg. Ball comes across field as far as Danny Staunton. Staunton picks this one up again. Huge pressure from the down man, but Mick Mangan comes out, keeps the ball in front of him, doesn't know. Sands is all over his case, so it looked like a pick off the ground. It was a pick off the ground. Everything seems to be just going Wicklow's way here. Andy, hamstring or no hamstring, is going to have a poke at this one. Off his own 65 here. Wicklow's tail's up a little bit now. Andy goes back behind his own 65 with this one. He's about 10 or 12 yards in from the sideline here in the press box side, just his own side of midfield. This would be a huge one if he can land it. He doesn't get the strike though. This one is dropping in, dangerous in around the top of the D there. Ball off the hand of the defender, comes away. Wicklow numbers there, but there's a huge numbers of downmen as well. There's a bit of a ruck, a bit of a scramble. Davy Maloney picks up the ball. Davy Maloney wins another free. Maloney putting in a huge shift for Wicklow at the minute.
Yes, he might have number 2 on his back, Emmett, but he's involved in everything, isn't it? That Wicklow do, like, really.
Yeah, and he's in on that dirty ball as well. It's the ball we didn't win against Meath last week. He's winning a huge amount of dirty ball, breaking ball in around there. He's putting his body on the line, and, you know, in fairness to him, he's putting in a huge shift there. As you said, he's wearing number 2, but he's everywhere but. And he has this one. It's a little bit more favourable. This time he's inside the D, pretty much straight in front of the goal. He's lining it up. Chance to put Wicklow in front here. This one goes into the fishing lake somewhere. I think it was on over the main thing. It's gone between the posts. So it's 9 points to 8 here. Wicklow lead, and we're 32 minutes on the clock. So down again. Wicklow press hard on this down puck out and force Stephen Keith to go along. He does go along. It's a huge puck. Peter Keane attacks the ball. Ball breaks in the middle of the field. That man Maloney is there underneath again. Again, there's a huge number of bodies around, but it's Jordan Dordan picks up the pieces and fires the ball off to his number 17, McCrickard. Oh, good tackle there by John Henderson. Brilliant play by Henderson to stop him going through. Ball is in the hands of Mark Murphy. Murphy's under pressure now. Loose hand pass there. Falls to the hands of a down man. Back out as far as Owen Sands. Sands, danger here for Wicklow. Sands is charging towards the goal. Oh, flicks it across the head. Oh, he nearly got it at the second attempt. Chance again for down. It's fired out. Wicklow get numbers back there. It's all over the place. A huge hit comes in from Eamon Cairns on him, and it's one of them frees again. There's a lot of them frees are borderline enough, but Wicklow probably be happy enough to get away there. It looked like Owen Sands did overcarry it, but he found a gap there.
Yeah, like I thought Wicklow defended well there, got people around him, and I thought we were unlucky not to get the free out. Like, you know, he blew a down man over carrying there a few minutes ago, and I think Owen Sands overcarried that one, definitely.
Yeah, but just for that split second when he hit the 21, things opened up. But Wicklow got back really well around him again, got back in numbers. But this man Paul Sheen is standing over this one, and you'll fancy him to level proceedings here in Ockram again. Chance for down, drills it high and drills it over the bar. It's 9 points all in Ockram here. 34 minutes nearly gone And that includes the water break, so we'll have a minute and a half to add on, plus stoppages when we hit the 35-minute mark. A huge puck from McNally again, right down underneath the press box, gone right down to the 45. McCormack has his hand up, ball breaks out. Again, there's 2 or 3 or 4 players from each side around it. It's a line ball to Wicklow. Danny Staunton wants this one. He fancies his chances again. Wicklow have no one in around the edge of the square though. Should get someone in there in case it does drop short. Danny's about 30 yards out with this one. Cuts it again. Doesn't quite get the connection you wanted. It's gone to the near post. We should have had someone in there looking for that. They're great when they go over, but when they go wrong, it's a lost opportunity. Again, Stephen Keith goes short, out as far as Caelan Taggart. Taggart fires the ball out as far as Michael Hughes, his cornerback. He pops the ball off here. This is good work by Down and Matt Conlon. Conlon fires a long diagonal ball in. Dangerous ball. Mark Murphy probably should have took it in the hand. Gets his hurl to it, knocks it down, only as far as the down player. Good block down there by Sean Cranley. Down it falls inside as far as Jordan Dorn. Dorn flicks a little ball outside to his midfielder, who is Donald Hughes. Hughes drops a dangerous ball in, and a flick on a in there by Owen Sands, and it's gone. Has to go over the bar. It's a free out for a square ball. The referee has sorted it, because I don't think anyone knew what was going on there. I think the ref has given a square ball. I think the ref has given a square ball just to get himself out of trouble there. Which he could be right, but I think Sands got a touch and got over the bar. I'm not sure. It's given a square ball, but again, Wicklow goes short, and that's not the tonic at the minute. We want to get to half time in the position we're in if we can. It's a line ball. It's a Wicklow line ball. Danny Staunton will take this one just outside his own 45. Again goes backwards, goes short, and John Henderson delivers this one long down the field. A huge puck from Henderson, dropping right inside. Pádraig Doran puts up his hand, the ball breaks. So again, there's bodies around, but the bodies are down, men, and it's in the hands of Chris Egan. Egan, oh, lovely little 1-2 with Liam McCrickard. He pops the ball inside to his wing forward, who's Ronan Costello. Costello fires this one. This one is high, but it's gone to the right of the post and wide, and both sides now just, I don't know whether it's tiring or just excitement or what, but they just seem to be snatching at things a little bit at the minute. Conor McNally goes long again, a huge puck down the field. This is a big one down on top of Andy. Again, the fullback comes out, Taggart, and knocks the ball away, gets it as far as Chris Egan. Egan shoulders as the referee. I'd be doubtful of that, but ball breaks inside. It's into McCormack. McCormack has a chance. This is where he's very good at operating. Flicks a little pass back out as far as Peter Keane. Keane gets it at the second attempt. He doesn't, and it's broken down, and it's a free to Down. There must have been a flick there in a hurl. We're going to have 3 minutes of additional time here, so we will have that 3 minutes. We've used up the water break time, so it's 3 minutes to go here. It's 9 points all, just coming to half time, and an intriguing game. It's probably not the greatest game of hurling you ever looked at, but certainly both teams are giving their all. As Casey alluded to earlier, that every score here is earned with credit. Connor Woods takes this free, drills a long, dangerous looking ball in around the square. Ball breaks right on the edge of the square. Wicklow bodies there, but they need to deal with, they need to get out. Martin O'Brien comes out with the ball, flicks it off the hurl out as far as Sean Cranley. Long clearance down. It's only going back as far as where it came from, but it's through the hand of the half-back. Down have numbers there, try to work the ball out, get it as far as their midfielder, who's Donald Hughes. Hughes pops a little pass off, it's into Liam McCrickard, fires the ball high and fires this one over the bar, and Down lead just on the edge of half time here. We'll have a minute and a half to go still, but 10 points to Down, 9 to Wicklow. Wicklow just seem to be tired bodies there now at the minute, Casey.
Yeah, Down have won a couple of balls around the half back line midfield there the last 2 or 3 minutes, and we're just not picking up those breaks at all. That was a good score. It was well worked move there by Down.
A well worked move indeed, and Down, Mick Mangan is getting attention just in front of his own goal here. Said there's a huge intensity to this game. A couple of Wicklow lads just feeling the pinch a little bit. Chance for some of the players to get breathers just right on the edge of half time. If it's a serious injury, you'd imagine you'd be telling them to. It's Mick Mangan is down. He's up now. He is going off. It looks like it's going to be a blood injury. Wicklow. He's not. He's back ready for the fray. I thought he was coming out here, but he's only gone looking for a sharp hook out. He doesn't get it because it's gone long from McNally right down onto the top of the D. Cairns is underneath. Again, there's a huge amount of bodies. Oh, McCormick tries to get him, and Cairns is in there. Chris Egan is in there. Donald Hughes is in there. There's a pull there from Gavin Weir. He got lucky enough, got enough of the ball. The referee was happy enough with it. And again, there's a hurl in from Andy, does enough, gets the ball back out as far as Mikey Lee. Lee twists and turns, has a look, and again throws the ball up, but it's taken away. The man on the far side of the field looking for it, didn't get it to him, and charging down the field here is Pierce McCrickard. He gets the ball out as far as Jordan Dorn. Dorn wearing 15 will slot this one high and over the bar, and again it's just a wrong decision at the wrong time there for Wicklow. And there's probably 5 or 6 of these down scores that came from just little moments like that, just getting caught in possession and getting turned over.
Yeah, Mikey kind of got bottled up. He had a free man out to his right, just couldn't. I don't think he's seen him now, to be fair to him.
High ball down again. Parry Dorn gets the ball, breaks inside to Gavin Weir. Weir just had it knocked off his hurl just as it looked like he was going to get away, and again down get numbers back there, and Donald Hughes gets the ball out here as far as his number 20. That number 20 is Liam Savage as well, but it's another free, and Wicklow looking like they were going to go in level at worst at half time. Now it could be 3 points down here.
Yeah, 2 minutes into injury time we were level, and I think he's nearly played 5 minutes now, but it looked like we could go in 3 down now.
Oh, Sheehan has this one just inside the 65, about 64 yards out, about 5 or 6 yards in from the sideline underneath us here. So another chance. He's been striking him well all day. As I said, Down probably won't deserve to be 3 points up at half time, but they're going to be 3 points up at half time because it's 12 points now to 9, and we're right on the stroke at half time here. 3 quick fire scores just in injury time at the end of the first half here. I've seen Down, I suppose, ease into that lead, although there's nothing easy about it. But yeah, it's half time here again. Look, I suppose, Casey, a very spirited performance here from Wicklow. As I said, we're unlucky to be going in 3 points down, but I think Eamon Scallon alluded to it in his interview with the paper during the week that the mistakes at this level are punished to the highest, and that's what's happening here as well, isn't it?
Yeah, without a doubt. Like Down haven't missed a whole lot really in that half. Every chance they've got, they've punished Wicklow. They missed 1 or 2 frays, but they haven't missed a whole lot in general play. But I think Eamon might be happy enough now. They're battling hard. They just have to try and lift their heads up and forget about the wind in the second half. If we win possession now around the middle of the field, half back line, get it in. The ball could drop. You know, yourself playing against the wind, the lobbing ball drop in around there, drop it down around with Andy. There's only one poke of the ball in between it. So at the moment we're still in with it. I think the first 5 minutes, 5, 7, 8 minutes are going to be first important at the start of the second half.
Yeah, I suppose you don't want to be conceding 2 or 3 scores at the start. That leaves you a mountain to climb. If Wicklow can get out and get the first score on the board even, and just settle things down a bit. We haven't started well either side of the start or the break. We gave away 2 frees, I think, straight after the water break as well, so it'll be interesting to see how we start after half time. Look, we're going to take a little bit of a break here. We'll be back with the second half to you when the referee and the players come back to us, so we'll see you there.